Hey everyone, ARM Holdings is seeing its stock price absolutely soar in 2024 as the AI investing craze continues higher. So that has a lot of investors asking, what's going on with ARM Holdings stock? Why is it going up so much? What's the big deal here? So in this video, I'll go through a little bit about ARM Holdings and what's going on at the company through the eyes of the CEO. And so we'll learn a lot about what's going on with ARM Holdings. So let's jump right into it.
I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.
All right, so ARM Holdings CEO talking about the fact that they exceeded the high end of the range of the guidance for their most recent quarter. And for fourth quarter, they're expecting another record quarter. So in other words, they told investors what they thought they were going to deliver in terms of revenue and profitability for the third quarter. And it turns out that things were better than expected. And then for the fourth quarter, so far, they're seeing such great results that they expect another great quarter. And so if you've been around my channel for the last year, you will have heard me talking about how this momentum in artificial intelligence, as much as there is hype surrounding AI, every quarter with the data that's coming out, and ARM Holdings is not any different. It seems like it's even better than what these companies and investors were expecting. This ARM Holdings is yet another example, right? They thought they were going to deliver a certain amount of revenue and profitability. It turns out things were better than expected. So imagine there's all that hype already around AI and AI companies and AI demand. And every quarter that's coming out, every month, every new set that's coming out, every new data point that's coming out seemingly is further increasing the enthusiasm, further increasing the hype. So this isn't just a potential market, right, anymore. This is an actual market now. This is sales and profits that are coming through that continue to increase much more than company management teams and investors were expecting. And I feel like I've been saying this over and over with every one of the AI stocks that I've been following. And if you watch all of my videos and not just the AI videos, you'll know that I also cover the EV market, and it's like the opposite of the EV market. It seems like every video I do about the EV market and EV companies, it's worse and worse and worse than expected, right? That market just keeps getting worse, and more data comes out and it's worse than expected, and more data comes out and it's even worse, right? That market is just going down quickly, and it's the opposite of AI, where it's like every data point we're getting around AI companies is better and better and better. So it's an interesting contrast between two of the most popular investing trends in the last 2 to 3 years. They're going in opposite directions. So let's continue with ARM Holdings here. They mentioned that over 280 billion units in the 30 plus years that ARM has been a company had been built. And that has underpinned a software ecosystem and hardware ecosystem like no other. It's feeding into the positive virtuous cycle. And the CEO highlights that the more hardware that exists on ARM products, the more software is written for ARM. And then the more software that's written for ARM, the more popular the hardware. So it's a positive virtuous cycle that keeps feeding on itself and helping ARM Holdings. And you can understand why investors are excited about ARM Holdings stock. I can show you the stock price in the last 3 years. You can see has increased from around $50 per share all the way up to $121 per share, even though the stock price is down in the last couple of days. As some of this price increases surrounding AI stocks are coming down, you're seeing the most popular AI stocks are down significantly in the last day or two, including Nvidia, Supermicro Computer, and ARM Holdings. There's just a little bit of profit taking going on, and investors feeling like they need to be cautious here because the prices have increased so much. Investors are worried that prices are going to come crashing down, and they might. Prices might come down. The market can go up and down quickly in this area. But that being said, if I separate market prices from actual results from companies that are in the AI market, making sales and revenue and profits, those are looking great, right? Those are coming out great. Prices, market prices are up significantly. So you might see these prices come down because they've risen so quickly that investors are cautious and they want to take profits. That's totally understandable. But separating the market price from the actual results companies are reporting, that seems to continue getting better and better and better. So moving on, the company said that they've seen a significant transition now continuing from their VA product. VA, this should be an 8, and it's a typo, A instead of 8, the number 8, from the V8 to their V9 product, because the V9 product garners twice the royalty rate of the equivalent V8 product. And whereas in the previous quarter, that was about 10% of their revenue were royalties, that's now moved to 15%. So there's an excellent trend within the trend here inside ARM Holdings, in that customers are moving from the 8th generation version to the 9th generation version. You could think of it like that. And that 9th generation version, this next gen version of its product, has twice the royalty rate. So it's a huge improvement in terms of profitability for the company when customers are moving from the previous generation product to this next generation product. So that's been great news for ARM Holdings as well. And of course, they're seeing strong momentum and tailwinds from all things AI, all things AI. And when they look at demand for new products from a licensing standpoint, what we're finding from the end market is that they've reached nowhere near good enough relative to the capability of the technology, and end customers for new design are needing more and more ARM technology to keep up, particularly with the AI demands. In other words, it's just getting started. And that's what I've been saying with these companies around AI, is that the AI market boom feels like it's just getting started. Demand continues to soar, and we've only just begun with the use cases, right? Large language model, OpenAI, and ChatGPT is really what unlocked the box and unlocked this market and unleashed it. But there's going to be more, or I should say there's likely going to be more and more innovative services that come out using AI technology. I think large language models is just the beginning, and I don't think that large language models are going to be the most valuable use case. I feel that there's even more valuable use cases. Specifically, I think driverless car technology could be a huge use case that unlocks even more potential and more spending from companies. Imagine how much savings companies can experience if they can develop and implement driverless car technology. If you look at some of my videos on Amazon, you'll be shocked to see how much Amazon spends on fulfillment and logistics. Imagine if Amazon can have their trucks and their deliveries be without drivers, how much money they could save and how much money they would be willing to spend on that technology, let alone Uber and DoorDash and Lyft and all those ride-sharing companies, how much they would be willing to spend to implement driverless car technology. And so that, I feel, would be an even bigger opportunity than large language models. In fact, I believe that will be a multiples bigger opportunity than large language models. And that's just one more use case. So AI really just getting started. ARM Holdings is in an excellent position to benefit from that rising trend, and you can understand why investors are enthusiastic about ARM Holdings stock. Before I let you go, let me tell you about the greatest deal on YouTube. With just a click of a button, you can get free financial analysis from a professor with decades of investing experience. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you again soon.